Welcome to Switch Game List. Join me as I count down my top 20 upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 games I'm excited about. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Night City returns with all its neon-soaked corruption in this complete package. You play as V, a mercenary outlaw hunting for an implant that grants immortality while sharing your brain with a digital ghost of rocker Johnny Silverhand. The Ultimate Edition packs the Phantom Liberty expansion, taking you to the war-torn District Dogtown for a spy thriller adventure. Combat mixes gunplay, hacking, and melee with deep character customization. The original launch was rough, but the game evolved into something special. Curious to see how it performs on Switch hardware.
Let's blast through a tactical target practice program. You know, a little warm-up.
Travel back to 1988 Japan, where two men's stories intertwine in the criminal underworld. Play as Kazuma Kiryu, framed for murder in Tokyo, and Goro Majima, managing a cabaret in Osaka while trying to escape his violent past. The game balances intense street fights with bizarrely fun activities like disco dancing, karaoke, and managing businesses. This director's cut promises enhanced visuals and additional content for what's arguably the best entry point to the series. The mix of serious crime drama and absurd side activities creates a uniquely entertaining experience.
Witness the beginning of two legends bound by fate.
But Dojima gave a direct order to the three of us as his lieutenants. He wants that empty lot, and we're gonna get it for him by any means necessary.
A sliver of land spawns
Nintendo's racing juggernaut expands beyond the Mushroom Kingdom with a global track roster spanning real and fictional locations. The trademark chaos remains with new weapons and mechanics joining classic shells and bananas. Character roster pulls from Nintendo's entire lineup, even featuring some surprising third-party guests. Online play introduces a persistent world map where players compete for territory control between races. The anti-gravity sections look more ambitious than ever, with courses that twist reality in impossible ways. Can't wait to see what weird shortcuts players discover. The mech warfare continues as Earth faces a new threat after the moon's destruction. You control an Outer, a modified human with enhanced abilities, piloting your customized Arsenal mech against corrupted AI. The Titanic Scion emerges as a colossal enemy that requires coordinated team assaults to defeat. Combat remains fast-paced with expanded customization options for weapons, armor, and visual styling. The original game had fantastic mech designs but repetitive missions, hoping this sequel addresses that weakness while building on its strengths. The colorful visual style still stands out.
The Trinitas has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
Agent 47 brings his sandbox assassination playground to Switch with this comprehensive collection. Travel the globe eliminating targets and locations ranging from Dubai skyscrapers to English manors. Each mission offers countless creative elimination options: poison, accidents, disguises, or classic sniper work. The Signature Edition includes all three recent games plus exclusive Switch content. The joy comes from replaying missions to discover new approaches and perfect your execution. Expect some visual compromises on Switch, but the freedom to take Agent 47's murderous puzzle boxes on the go seems worth it. The Kong family returns in a blend of 3D exploration and classic platforming. DK's tropical paradise faces destruction from a mining corporation harvesting the island's magical bananas. The banana-collecting, barrel-throwing action expands with new transformations that grant unique abilities. Co-op play allows friends to control Diddy, Dixie, or Cranky Kong, each with distinct skills. The music samples continue the series' tradition of earworm jungle beats. Nintendo seems to be drawing inspiration from the Country series while pushing the formula into new territory. The charm remains intact. Earth's heroes face an intergalactic threat as Galactus leads a coalition of cosmic villains, including Annihilus and the Brood. Play as members of the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and X-Men in this team-based action game. Character switching during missions lets you combine powers for devastating combos. The story spans multiple planets with distinct environments and enemy types. Multiplayer allows friends to join forces online. The game nails the world-ending stakes of Marvel's cosmic stories while maintaining their signature humor. The diverse character roster ensures everyone finds their favorite. From Software's brutal fantasy epic comes to Switch with all expansion content. As a Tarnished, you explore the lands between, a realm shattered by the destruction of the Elden Ring. The open-world design blends seamlessly with legacy dungeon areas, rewarding exploration with powerful equipment and hidden lore. Combat demands precision and patience as you face bosses like Millennia and Star Scourge Radon. The Tarnished Edition includes the Shadow of the Erd Tree expansion, nearly doubling the already massive game. The challenging gameplay isn't for everyone, but the sense of accomplishment feels unmatched.
You will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Kirby takes to the skies in this revival of the GameCube racing classic. The pink puffball and friends compete on various air vehicles across Dreamland and beyond. The one-button control scheme returns with modern refinements, making it accessible while maintaining depth. Swallowing enemies mid-race grants temporary powers that affect your racing style. The story mode reveals a mysterious force corrupting the air currents of Popstar. Online multiplayer supports up to 8 racers with various battle modes. The visuals pop with that signature Kirby charm. Sometimes simplicity works best. Set during Ganondorf's successful conquest of Hyrule, this Musou-style game explores a dark chapter in Zelda lore. Play as resistance fighters, including ancestors of familiar characters, battling overwhelming odds to protect what remains of the kingdom. The gameplay combines Dynasty Warrior-style crowd combat with puzzle elements from traditional Zelda titles. Character progression unlocks new weapons and magical abilities as you reclaim fallen territories. The story promises to fill gaps in the official timeline, showing how hope survived even in Hyrule's bleakest era. Expect emotional gut punches between the massive battles. Hey, quick pause here. If you're enjoying this look at some of Switch's finest games, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Let me know in the comments which of these games you've played or are excited to try. Now, let's continue with our lineup. The bullet hell roguelike returns with more guns, more puns, and more punishment. Descend into the expanded Gungeon as new Gungeoneers seeking the gun that can kill time itself. Each run remains unique with procedurally generated layouts and thousands of weapon combinations, from practical firearms to ridiculous concepts like a gun that shoots guns. The sequel adds rideable mounts, tag team mechanics for co-op play, and expanded synergies between items. The difficulty curve remains steep but fair. The original balanced challenge and humor perfectly. This looks to maintain that delicate equilibrium, while adding meaningful new systems. Pandora and beyond await in this loot shooter sequel featuring billions of procedurally generated weapons. The story follows new vault hunters pursuing a mysterious signal that could lead to the greatest treasure or threat in the universe. The cel-shaded visual style returns with enhanced details and lighting effects. Character classes introduce new action skills while the skill trees offer deeper customization than ever. Expect the same irreverent humor and over-the-top characters the series is known for. Co-op remains the best way to play with scaling difficulty and improved loot sharing. The shooting feels tight.
Back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025.
Cloudstripe's quest against the Shinra Corporation comes to Switch in this expanded remake. What begins as an eco-terrorism mission evolves into a fight for the planet's survival against the legendary Sephiroth. The combat blends real-time action with tactical commands, giving you control of party members Cloud, Tifa, Barret, and Aerith. This version includes the Yuffie DLC episode and various quality-of-life improvements. The remake brilliantly expands the original story while keeping core elements intact. It only covers Midgar, roughly the first third of the original game, but turns it into a full experience. The music remains fantastic.
1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただけます。スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください。
Samus Aran's first-person adventure continues as she investigates mysterious quantum anomalies appearing throughout the galaxy. The exploration-focused gameplay returns with new visor modes and beam weapons that affect both combat and puzzle solving. Samus can now modify her suit mid-mission to adapt to different environments. The story promises to conclude plot threads left dangling since Prime 3 while introducing new threats beyond the space pirates and Zon. After multiple development restarts, it's finally happening. The game looks to balance nostalgia for the original trilogy with modern sensibilities. Scanning environments remains oddly satisfying.
Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, this is going to be a big battle after this scene. I'm actually going to switch from the controls I was just doing. I'm going to switch to mouse controls by putting the right Joy-Con 2 here on the surface.
Attend a magical academy in this life sim where you balance studying spellcraft with building relationships. Create your character and choose your academic focus while navigating school politics and uncovering mysteries within the campus grounds. Activities include brewing potions, tending magical gardens, participating in seasonal festivals, and even solving supernatural troubles in the neighboring town. The day-night cycle and changing seasons affect available activities and events. The game channels both Harry Potter and Stardew Valley influences into something distinct. The hand-drawn art style creates a storybook atmosphere that fits the magical setting perfectly. Play as Hornet, the princess protector of Hallownest, captured and taken to a new kingdom filled with silk and song. Her nimble movement and combat style differ completely from the original game's Knight, focusing on speed and versatility. The new kingdom features hundreds of enemies and challenging bosses requiring precise timing to defeat. Instead of soul, Hornet gathers silk to heal and power abilities. The difficulty remains high, but new save systems make progression less punishing. Team Cherry's attention to environmental storytelling and atmosphere looks intact. The sequel appears to expand on everything that made the original special. This vampire hunting RPG takes place in a world where daylight has faded to perpetual dusk. You play as a Daysworn, humans who maintain fragments of the sun's power in their blood. The combat mixes third-person action with strategic resource management as you hunt increasingly powerful vampires who've established kingdoms in the dying light. Recruit companions with unique abilities and forge weapons from the essence of defeated vampire lords. Moral choices determine whether you become a hero of humanity or something monstrous yourself. The gothic atmosphere and creative monster designs stand out. Return to Kalos region in a story set in its future, as Leosi City undergoes a massive ecological transformation project. As a time-traveling researcher, you're tasked with documenting the changes while uncovering conspiracies involving legendary Pokémon Z-Guard and unknown A-Pokémon. The open-zone gameplay of Legends. Arceus evolves with more interactive environments and refined battle systems. Capture mechanics continue the action-oriented approach, while trainer battles blend traditional and real-time elements. The futuristic setting introduces new technology-influenced Pokémon variants. The game promises to answer long-standing questions about Zygarde's incomplete story from Pokémon X and Y.
Will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Melano, princess of the underworld and sister to Zagreus, embarks on her own escape, not from hell, but into it. As a witch trained by Hecate, she wields magic and weapons to battle through Kronos' forces who've imprisoned Hades himself. The roguelike structure returns with each defeat, teaching new information and strengthening your abilities for the next attempt. New Olympian allies offer boons that combine in unexpected ways, creating wildly different playstyles each run. The snappy dialogue, gorgeous artwork, and addictive one more try gameplay loop that made the original so compelling return in full force. The mythology deepens with witchcraft elements.
That reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
Experience James Bond's origin story in this stealth action game from the Hitman developers. Set before Casino Royale, you guide Bond through his first missions as 007, learning tradecraft and developing his signature style. Missions balance open-ended infiltration with focused action sequences across global locations. Gadgets serve practical purposes rather than over-the-top solutions, fitting the more grounded take on the character. The game focuses on social stealth and creating opportunities rather than direct combat, though Bond can certainly hold his own when discovered. IO Interactive's expertise with sandbox design suggests this could be the Bond game fans have waited for. Hey, let me know what you think about these games. Maybe you've played some and have a different take, or maybe something here caught your eye. Drop a comment, let's chat about it. See you in the next one.